welcome back to the channel. So I'm all geared up. I'm ready to go on a Jeep drive tomorrow finally, but I wanted to take some time here really quick and show you a cool toy that I just got. Something I'm excited to use tomorrow, but I'm going to test it out here tonight before I get out on the trail. So what I got here is this tire pressure equalizer. I got it from Amazon. I can post a link down below if you're interested. Let me show you how it works. It's actually pretty sweet. So as you can see here, right now I've got about 35.3 psi between this tire. I've got it hooked up here. That tubing comes all the way around over here, back to that tire. So right now the tires are actually balanced because they're connected, but that's not all it does. So it's got this valve here on the bottom, right? And so what I can do, if I turn it, you hear that? It's actually releasing the air out of the tires. And so if I'm at the trail and I want to air down, I just turn that valve and the pressure goes down. It's a bit slow, but you got to remember these are big tires and it is dropping 2 tires at once. So we'll let that run here for a minute. I'm also going to use this time to use this air compressor. I've actually had it for a few years and it's worked great, but I've always just done 1 tire at a time. So I'm going to see how it does 2 tires at once, because that's another feature. This same valve on the bottom, you can take it off and it's the same valve that you would see on your tire. So you can use a regular air compressor to fill it up. All right, so looks like we're at 22.4 psi. And what you want to do, you can see here 22.2, it's still going down. All you need to do to stop the flow is remove this cap and it stops. Looks like it's bouncing out a little bit. So it says 23 between the 2 tires. So I've got a tire gauge here. I'm going to test that. Typically when I'm on the trails, I run between 20 to 15. I don't have bead locks or anything, just depending on how much I feel like I need extra grip and how soft I want the ride to be. So I'm going to check the actual pressures, see how it compares. Just take it off the stem here. 23 psi. Let's have a look. All right, 23 psi there. Sweet. Let's go check the other tire. Just pop this off here. Maybe. Okay. 23 psi. Tires are balanced. Awesome. And so now the next test, we're going to pump them back up to 35 psi we started with, 2 at a time. So you get your air compressor connected just like you would to your tire, right? This hose here does have a inline gauge I've never really trusted. Hook up your air compressor. I do have to have the engine running just so I don't kill the battery. But we'll get that going and see how long it takes to fill it up. All right, compressor is on. Pressure is building. Oh, we're building quick. That may not be accurate while pumping, so we'll probably have to turn the compressor off to see the true pressure at that point. So I filled it up to 40, and after I turned the compressor off, it dropped back to 35, which is about where I want it. So one thing I noticed about this, there is pressure that gets trapped in the lines, and it auto turns on when there's pressure detected. So if I were to turn it off, let it sit, the pressure in the lines will turn it back on. So what you need to do is take your cap, Screw it back in place. And drain that pressure that's trapped in the lines. And then turn it off. Just to make sure your battery doesn't die. So the pressure readout was 35 when I took it off. And 35 on the dot. That's a pretty awesome tool. 2 tires at once, filling up and airing down. Thank you for watching. Make sure and keep your eye out for the trail ride I have coming up soon.